playoff hoops, but now we head over the bridge to Superior for WIAA boys basketball regional semifinals. The number 8, hosted number 9 Cardinals off of Chippewa Falls tonight. We jump to early in the second where the Spartans lead by 8. Dane Null waiting in the corner. He drains a catch-and-shoot 3. Now Superior ahead 52-41. The People's champ, Trishawn Sanagar, drives to the basket and finishes with the right-handed lay to add to the board. And the blue was getting it done on both sides of the court. Calvin Anderson grabs the rebound, passes to Sanagar, who adds another layup to his 30-point-plus game. Spartans keep the heat turned up and finish with a 72-66 win over the Cardinals. They will host Oshkosh West tomorrow night. Exciting playoffs.
Yeah, you're going to be here on Sunday, Selection Sunday, to break down where UMD ends.